I need to do some spring cleaning, but not of my house, of my mind. Earlier today, I got into a disagreement with a roommate. I live in a 5 bedroom house at the moment, and my roommate has some lifestyle issues, and it's okay. I agree that everybody has a different lifestyle, but he has a habit of leaving his bedroom door open, and then I get to see the inside of it, and I asked him to please close the door. And I could have been a little bit more diplomatic about how I asked, and I think he sensed that I maybe judged him a little bit more, so he kind of got defensive about that. Okay. And then I got into some issues with my landlord here. My landlord also lives on site. You see, I used to have the belief that you shouldn't live with your landlord on site, but I realized that I need to learn how to interact and how to deal with. A lot of times, there's a lot of nonsense complaints, right? Landlords have a tendency to watch like a hawk. But I've learned that this is a challenge that I want to live with. Especially here in 2021, where I don't have a whole lot of other challenges to deal with. I don't have to deal with a commute. I don't have to deal with seeing my coworkers in person. This is a perfect time to tackle something else. But I made some mistakes. I got carried away with some thoughts, and I left a mess in the kitchen. And he also commented that I didn't wear a mask when I walked out to the bathroom a couple times. And he sent me about 5 or 6 text messages within the space of 2 days with various little complaints like that. And I acknowledge I made some mistakes. But that's where I come back to the spring cleaning of my mind. I got a lot of stuff going on recently. We're competing in the Computer Olympiad online again this year in July. And we have very little time since the last one because the last one was kind of delayed a little bit. And like usual, I bite off more than I could chew with the computer game contests. I'll have to think about which ones I want to be a little bit more serious with it and which ones to kind of put aside and treat like a learning experience, right? I did learn something from every game that I wrote. Right now I'm just kind of juggling a little bit more than I can handle. The other thing that's been on my mind recently, and time has been flying so fast, is that on June 10th, 2021, we have a solar eclipse in Edmonton. And I've been trying to find out how I can travel there, quarantine requirements, when I have to book that trip. And I've been just watching the news and worrying about it and thinking about it. And I also used the June 10th date as a goal for 3 things actually in my life. As you guys know from my last year's videos, I recently took up bowling, and I score on average a 140, 150, and my highest score was a 182. And my goal is to score a 200 by June, and I picked that date because it's such a beautiful date. I want to make a decision in terms of 2 big life decisions by June as well before the solar eclipse. I want to think about whether I want to be happily single or if I want to do something else, right? And I have something on my mind there. And also, I want to think about permanently relocating to the Rocky Mountains and finding job opportunities here. So those are the big events on my mind right now, and they've been weighing me down considerably. And I think those are the big ones. But I also have a lot of minor trivial things that I really could give up. And as a result, a lot of stuff is falling by the wayside. Right? I'm forgetting to clean up my dishes in the kitchen. I'm arguing with my roommate about his hoarding problem. And it just goes to show that when you keep clutter in your mind, stuff goes bad. Just like if you kept clutter in your house, right? And it's time for some spring cleaning in my brain, like an antivirus, if you will, right? Thanks for watching.